Hey
Panthers! Welcome back to Panther Talk.
In this show, we're going to talk about yet another new teacher.
See this year's return of the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Look back at the 2022 beauty pageant, and more.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Maddie.
And this is your Panther Talk. So, another new teacher's here at Brookwood.
Miss Lee is our new family consumer science teacher.
And Brookwood is certainly glad to have her.
Here's Lainey to tell us more about this exciting new addition to our staff.
Some may not have noticed, but there is a new face on the Career Tech hallway. Miss Lee is our new family consumer science teacher and education and training.
Okay, so my degree is in human development and for career and technology, and so the position came open, and they asked me if I wanted to come up here, going from middle school to high school, and so I said yes, and I've loved it so far. My degree was in human development. I have a master's in social work, and went all the way around, and then I came back to teaching when in my 50s, well actually 40s. It was the long way around, but this is where I've meant to be ever since I was little.
Miss Lee has always been a Brookwood Panther at heart, and she's glad to be back.
I'm glad to be a Panther. I graduated from here. My family graduated from here. I met my husband from here, so I'm glad to be home.
This is Lainey signing off. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Lainey. Miss Lee seems like a great new teacher.
The Sadie Hawkins dance has returned.
I know a lot of my friends are very excited for the dance.
Girls, get your signs ready before the 12th.
Are you going to ask anyone, Maddie?
I actually am, are you?
No, I'll probably just go with my friends.
Well, I'm sure we'll still have fun. Let's go to Abby for more information about the dance.
Brookwood brought back the Sadie Hawkins dance on Saturday, February 12th. Ms. Hubbard approved the dance, and it is being organized by Brookwood's SGA.
Well, we've been talking about the Sadie's dance for a couple months, I believe. It was actually brought up, I think, in our first SGA meeting that we had. It's been a little bit to get it actually going and prepared, and I know we had a problem a little bit finding a date, but now that it's here, we're really excited about it and just really excited to see how it goes.
Thanks to the SGA's hard work, many students got to experience the Sadie's dance for the first time. However, some of the older students were able to attend Sadie's dances before COVID.
The Sadie's dance, in my opinion, we had one before COVID. I believe it was the beginning of 2020, and that was one of my favorite school dances that I've ever been to because it was just so laid back, it's relaxed, everyone's not as stressed about looking as good as you are at prom, and then homecoming, I feel like it's just kind of a tradition, but Sadie's was just different. It was a different environment, and it was a lot of fun.
The first recorded Sadie Hawkins Day was in November of 1938. More than 200 colleges have begun holding Sadie Hawkins events, which were based on an old comic strip called Little Abner, in which the daughter of the town's oldest settler could not get a husband, thus creating the idea of girls asking guys.
Like I said, they're just way more laid back, you know. I feel like for prom and homecoming, everybody's like, oh, I gotta get all dressed up and have the perfect dress and this, and like I wore a dress that I had already had. I'm wearing a dress that I already have this year, and it's just a lot less pressure on looking as nice, and instead we're all just coming and having a good time together, and it's a lot of fun.
Now the event has been reduced to a dance, however the idea still excites many students. This is Abby Newman, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Abby.
I hope the dance is as exciting as you make it seem.
This year's Beauty Walk was held on Saturday, January 22nd.
There are plenty of gorgeous contestants this year.
I actually heard you were in the Beauty Walk.
Yeah, I was, but I didn't win anything, but I still enjoyed it.
That's great. Let's see what Aubrey has to tell us about the 2022 Beauty Walk.
February 22nd, Brookwood High School held its annual Beauty Walk at the Bama Theater. Afterwards, some of our Panther Talk crew met up with a few of the winners to discuss how they felt when their name was called.
My first thought was just like, oh my God. I didn't think it was like real, but like Marissa won senior queen, and everybody backstage was just screaming for her. We were so happy, and like we were all so excited. And then I just sat down, and then it happened. My number got called, and it's crazy.
Whenever I won freshman queen, it felt pretty. My first thought was I didn't think it was real because it felt pretty cool.
Part of the fun of the Beauty Walk is picking out a dress. While it takes a lot of thought, here's how some of the winning dresses were picked.
That pink dress that I actually wore, like the pink dress that I competed in, was the only dress that I tried on.
I tried on about maybe like 5 or 6, and then I found the one that I wanted last year, and I picked it up and said, that's it, I'm done, bye.
I tried on about 2 dresses until I found the one I liked, and it was really stressful.
A lot goes into being in the beauty walk, whether it's the hair, the makeup, or the dress. But a key point in going into it is the mindset you have.
My mindset was it's just for fun. Just go back there, walk on the stage, have fun, be confident, hang out with friends. It was really just have a good experience for the last year of ever being in a pageant.
Your 2022 Best Beauty.
The beauty walk was a huge success this year, and we can't wait to see what next year's is like. This is Aubrey Grace Mayhew reporting for Panther Talk. Back to you in the studio.
These are the winners of the 2022 Beauty Walk. 9th grade, Miss Congeniality, Sophia May. 3rd alternate, Alexis Howard. 2nd alternate, Nora Akridge. 1st alternate, Rachel Norris, Miss 9th grade Beauty, Kerrigan Mullins. 10th grade, Miss Congeniality, Jasmine Dunn. 3rd alternate, Abigail Barbin. 2nd alternate, Trinity Nicholson. 1st alternate, Natalie Roberts. Miss 10th grade Beauty, Lanisha Robinson. 11th grade, Miss Congeniality, Morgan Latham. 3rd alternate, Taylor Bush. 2nd alternate, Mallory Hall. 1st alternate, McKinley Hubbard. Miss 11th grade Beauty, Macy Grace Acker. 12th grade, Miss Congeniality, Ludi Maldonado. 3rd alternate, Mallory Savage. 2nd alternate, Kayla Farr. 1st alternate, Alyssa Shuttlesworth. Miss 12th grade Beauty, Marissa Colley. Miss BHS 2022, Macy Bosch.
Aubrey, it was great to relive the beauty walk and see the perspectives of some of the other girls that competed.
I'm Joseph.
And I'm Camden, and this is your Panther Sports.
I thought we'd tip things off with basketball. As we come to the end of an extremely tough season, our boys basketball team has been having some success lately after 3 great games against Northside, West Blockton, and Oak Grove.
The Panthers traveled to Northside on February 1st, beating them 59-43. Then on February 2nd, we hosted West Blockton in a 58-45 victory. On the 3rd game that week, on February 4th, we traveled to Oak Grove, beating them 66-56. On our final game of the regular season is at Hillcrest on February 10th.
Our Lady Panthers also have been having some success lately with a 33-18 win at Northside, a dominating win of 57-9 against West Blockton. They also beat Oak Grove. Their final game of the season will be on February 9th at Northridge.
Next up for school sports is our wrestling team. Our ladies wrestlers traveled to Thompson on January 22nd for female state. Middle schooler Haley Pate was our only placer. She took home 4th place behind 2 juniors and seniors.
The wrestling team also hosted a tournament on January 29th. The name of the tournament was the Battle for Brookwood, and we had multiple placers. Justin Harbin placed 2nd, Nate Mink placed 2nd, Cody Martin placed 3rd, Zeke Cadell placed 2nd, and David Griffin placed 3rd.
A few notable records for the season are Cody Martin with a record of 29-11, Landon Harville going 15-3, Nate Mink going 23-14, and Spencer Cooper going 21-10.
On February 11th and 12th, Coach Ivan Bailey is taking 12 wrestlers to Montgomery for sectionals to fight for a chance to compete in the state tournament the following week. As a team, they finished 18-14 on the season, going 8-2 after Christmas break. Now moving on to track, starting off with the girls' 60-meter, Jasmine Dunn ran it in 9.45 seconds, and Aloria Hoover ran it in 9.49 seconds. The boys' 60-meter, Brody Barnett ran it in 8.36 seconds, TJ Ogletree ran it in 8.3 seconds, and Jay Soul ran it in 7.8 seconds. Moving on to the 400-meter, Alora Hoover ran it in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Jasmine Dunn came right behind her with 1 minute and 13 seconds. Then the boys' 400-meter, Jace Orr ran it in 56.4 seconds. Luke Miller and Brody Barnett both ran it in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Then the very last run, 4x800, Jackson Colson, Ivan Myers, Dan Miller, and Luke Miller ran it in 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Then the girls' 4x800 meters, Rowan Colson ran it in 7 minutes and 22 seconds.
Now on to our final track section, shot put. Brooks Bentley threw for 32 feet and 2 inches. Talon Ballinger threw it for 30 feet and 3 inches. As for our girls, Jasmine Dunn threw for 20 feet and 2 inches. Finally, for our school sports is our soccer team. The team kicked off their season on February 7th with a tough loss to Northridge. One highlight of the game, though, was goaltender Austin Moore, who had 21 saves.
Even though the game did not play out how the Panthers would have hoped, I'm excited to see how they do this year.
Same. Their next game will be on February 11th as they take on Sipsey Valley at home.
Moving up to pro basketball, the Phoenix Suns have been having a very good season with being #1 in the Western Conference.
Lastly for sports, we're ending with the Super Bowl. After an intense game that went into overtime, the Chiefs are knocked out of the playoffs by the Bengals, who will take on the Rams after their close win over the 49ers. The game will take place on February 13th at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, giving the Rams a home field advantage.
The Rams have had one Super Bowl title from the 2000s when they beat the Titans. The Bengals, on the other hand, have appeared in 2 other Super Bowls, losing both to the 49ers.
So Camden, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Bengals.
Same. Joe Burrow's been on a hot streak recently, and I don't think the Rams are going to be able to stop him. Until then, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Camden.
And
And
this
this
was
is your
your
Panther
Panther
Sports.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Claire, and this was your Panther Talk. Oh, slay, can you slay?
Slay, 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 slay.
Okay, let's go. Name of love. Okay.
Hey, who
Girl.
does no TikTok with no earbuds?
I'm literally begging you.
It was Dylan.
I can't deal with this. Okay.
All I can hear is the SpongeBob.
Boop, 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 boop.
3, 2, 1.
As you'll probably know, this month is Black History Month.
The halls are decorated and everything. I'm glad we're doing a lot to celebrate this year.
Me too. You know, we hear about famous people of color.
We hear about famous people of color.
Color.